Hi y'all, this is Larry from Deep South Texas. The holidays are coming up, and so today we're going to make something a little extra special to go along with some of those holiday meals. And that is crispy Italian breadsticks, or grissini. Let's get started. So we have 2/3 of a cup of water that's just at room temperature. And to that we're going to add 2 teaspoons of instant yeast. We'll let that set for a little bit and then we'll mix it up. And while the yeast is getting ready, let's mix up some other ingredients. So I have 2 cups of bread flour. I think all-purpose flour will probably work okay. And a 1.5 teaspoons of salt. So we'll get that mixed together. Well, it's been about 10 minutes and the yeast is ready. So we'll add the yeast and the water to the dough. And then to that we'll add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And we'll get that mixed up. Well, that's mixed up a little bit. We'll finish mixing it as we're kneading it. So let's get the breadboard out. Okay, let's get this dough out onto the breadboard and start kneading it. Now we're going to knead for about 8 minutes, and this dough should absorb all the flour that we have here in that time. Well, the dough feels a little bit dry to me, so I'm going to add another teaspoon of water and see how that goes. That's feeling better. Probably the humidity is kind of low today. So I'm about halfway through the kneading process. We'll keep this up for another 4 minutes. So we finished kneading our dough. It's a little stiffer than your normal dough that you would use, more like dough you would make for bagels. And I think that's going to be great for these breadsticks. So I've cleaned and oiled my bowl, a little olive oil. Now we're just going to spin this dough ball around in there a little bit. And we're going to let that set. We're going to cover that and let it set for 1 hour until it doubles. Now I kneaded this by hand. I'm not sure how well a stand mixer would do for this, since it's kind of a small amount of dough. So it doesn't take too long and it's not too hard. We'll let this set for an hour and then we'll come back. Well, it's been an hour. Let's check on that dough. Oh yeah, I would say that it's doubled in size. Now we're going to just knock some of that air out of it. And we're going to turn it out and roll it out into a rectangle. So that's about a 9-inch by 12-inch rectangle. And now we're going to coat each side with, brush each side with a little olive oil. Then we're going to cover that and let that rest for 10 minutes. Our 10-minute wait is up. Now let's start forming our breadsticks. So we're going to make 20 breadsticks in all. And actually I'm going to make 5 of 4 different kinds. I've got some toasted sesame seeds here. I've got some poppy seeds, some everything bagel seasoning. I think that'll be good. And then one of my viewers just loves Montreal Stake seasoning, so we're going to try 5 of them with this. I think this is going to be real interesting. So we need to cut this up a little bit to make it a little bit easier to work with. So we're going to cut this piece in half. Got a pizza cutter here. And then we're going to cut this piece in half. And this one in half. And then we're going to move some of this stuff out of the way so I've got room to work. So we'll start with this one. Now, we want to cut now each of these pieces into 5 additional pieces. So I don't know, let's see. Let's say 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's try it. 5 pieces. There's 1. 2. 'And there's 5. And now we want to roll out each piece until it's so 11 or 12 inches long. And then, as we get each piece done, we're going to roll it in our seeds here. And then we'll put them on a baking tray. And we'll get the rest of these done here. This is a little tricky trying to do this on the camera, but I think we'll get it done okay. And we'll do that with each of our seasonings. So we're going to have 10 breadsticks on each tray. And here they are. So we're going to cover these and wait for about 10 minutes. And then if the oven is finished preheating, we will pop them in the oven. So the oven is preheating to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And we will put them in the oven for about 15 minutes. About halfway through, we'll take them out and turn them a little bit so they cook evenly. Well, our 10-minute wait is up. It's time to get these in the oven. Well, they are out of the oven and they're looking good. I'm going to, I actually had them in the oven for 20 minutes, so I think I said 15 minutes earlier, but it took about 20 minutes to get the desired color on the outside. So we're going to let these cool off. I'm going to put them on a cooling rack for a while, and then we're going to try one. Well, here they are. Whoop! I think they turned out pretty good. Well, let's give one a try. This is one of the bagel everything breadsticks. Nice and crunchy. These will be a wonderful addition to any meal you have. Now, if I'd have done anything differently, I might have put an egg wash on the breadsticks before I put the seeds on. I think they would have stuck a little bit better. But all in all, I couldn't be happier with the way this turned out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it that thumbs up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.